Saturday. We don't have any runners in the first two. Race 3. Ombudsman, barrier 9.
Good winner last start. He's a good tough horse and can certainly stay. Back on top of the ground, I don't think he'll worry him at all. I think he's a pretty talented horse. He is taking on some better ones on Saturday, but he's at the bottom of the weights.
Okay, race 4, Dagny, Hugh Bowman, barrier 9.
Yeah, just have to go back from the draw, and she's coming back to a shorter distance, but might be more effective over the mile 1800, so don't see it as too much of a negative.
And Valadero, J Ford.
Yeah, just been going a little bit keen in his races, so we've changed his bridle just to give the rider a bit more control, and if Jay can rate him well in front, he'll be there for a long way.
Okay, and Gresham down in the weights, 54.5, half a kilo over, barrier 2.
Racing very well. He's going to appreciate the weight drop. He's racing against the older horses, but look, he's almost for himself in a week or so, so I think it's a good time to be taking them on.
Okay, race 5, Alma Lambo. What can you tell us here?
Well, she's won 4 races in New Zealand. That's always a big start. She's still only a 3-year-old filly. So yeah, she knows how to win her races, and she's worked well, tried well enough. Normally take the New Zealand horses a run or two to adapt, especially against the Australian sprinters, but I'm sure she'll run a respectable race.
Okay, Schnitzel Day in barrier 6.
Yeah, he's come back in trip. We'll ride him quiet to make sure he attacks the line. I don't think he runs past sort of 1400, so it's a reason for coming back in trip and making the most of a 3-year-old race with good prize money.
Okay, and Bella Success, barrier 11.
Bella Success, she's hasn't had much go her way through wide draws and getting caught wide in the race, so races against the boys here on Saturday, but I still feel it's a good chance for her. Yeah, it should be hard to beat.
Okay, race 6, the 1400 metres, Seahampton, barrier 10.
Yeah, awkward gate as it was last start. She'll be racing on a better track, which I think will suit. Although she won on a soft track last start, I think she's way better on a good track. Very talented horse. Racing against the older horses and an awkward gate, but we think she's got class.
Sepoy Achiever, barrier 9.
Yeah, she's coming back in trip. She hit the line well last start over a mile, might have just got a little tired the last 100, hence a reason for coming back in trip. So certainly proven that she's up to this level now, and hopefully she can run another good race.
And then an exciting one in the last, Chaotic resuming.
Yeah, he's got an awkward barrier. Sam Weatherly rides, claiming 2 kilos, good starting point for him. He's worked well and tried well. He'll appreciate the 1400, anything shorter he would struggle, but over this distance I'm sure he'll run a cheeky race fresh.
Right, Doomben, Mornington, barrier 6.
Looks the right race for him, certainly not an overly strong field. Yeah, if it will go forward and possibly take the lead. If they want to go too quick, we'll take a sit, but he's been thereabouts without winning. No excuses for him Saturday, looks a nice race.
Okay, and Tatsy and the 2-year-old.
Steps up to the mile. Her 2 runs have both been good, and she's a fit horse, and if she runs a strong mile, she'll be competitive.
Okay, race 4, benchmark 75 mile race, Cedarwood, barrier 7.
Should have won last start, didn't. So hopefully gets a bit more luck in the run this time. Yeah, he'll get a good run from the gate, and should again be hard to beat.
Okay, race 6, Estacrage, barrier 4.
Resuming. You'd expect him to need the run, but it's a very good starting point, and I'm sure he's in for good preparation ahead.
Into the listed mile, we start off with Religified, barrier 1.
Yeah, he's well. He's actually come back to Sydney since his last start, just to get a good gauge on where he's at, and he seems fine. He was disappointing first up, but that was the first run for a long time, so he'll strip fitter Saturday, and we expect him to improve.
And then we have Vassel, 16.
Yeah, I don't look. It's too short for him anyway, I would think. But it's hard to take anything out of his first up run. He doesn't like wet tracks, so on a better track he will improve. But the weather is sharp enough to run the first 3 over a mile. I'm not sure. So it's a good stepping stone, hopefully towards a longer race next start.
Okay, then heading down to Flemington, we start off with So Splendid in the apprentice race.
Yeah, she looks well placed in this event. She's run well at Flemington in the past. She's racing against the fillies and mares, and she won't be far away.
1200 metres, race 4, Overstep.
Yeah, big field of horses. She's drawn right in the middle. She's got good form up the straight at Flemington, so obviously likes it. And with the big field, you'd expect good pressure, so there'll be speed on and she'll be ready to attack late. She's going well.
Okay, straight into the 2000 metre race, My Nordic Hero, barrier 14, Michael Walker.
Yeah, touch disappointing last start, but Michael just said he got held up at a vital stage, so didn't get the run he wanted when he wanted. So hopefully on Saturday, despite the awkward barrier, he'll have a bit more room and finish off better.
Okay, and Sayed, drawn in barrier 4.
Yeah, he'd be better on a wet track, but certainly the right distance for him. He over-raced last start, over 2400. So yeah, if there's a bit of rain about in Melbourne Saturday morning, certainly significantly enhances chances. The horse looks well and is working well.
And last but certainly not least, Jaminza, barrier 2, Dwayne Dunn.
Yeah, he'll improve a lot with the better draw. I think 2000 metres is really stretching out his staying capacity, but his last 3 runs have all been very good. He's won 2 of them, and from the good draw, he'll be right in the finish.
Absolutely. Right, best of luck, everyone.